All right, welcome to another JBoz video. I'm your host, JBoz, and today we're going to take a look at World of Tanks Modern Armor, and we're going to dig into the booster screen and talk about boosters a little bit. So let's get into this. I'm going to pick off the main screen, the World War II mode, and we'll drive into the main garage screen. There we'll be able to hit the Y button, and that will bring up our sub booster screen, if you will. Um, Now, you may not have as many boosters as I do, and that's okay. You'll acquire these as you begin to play a World of Tanks and are successful at completing missions, and just over time you'll acquire different boosters. You can purchase these in the store as well, but let's kind of go through this screen and talk about it a little bit more in depth. Boosters can multiply your earnings in a particular game. You can equip one to each category. So each category represents tank XP, commander XP boost, and free XP boost, and then silver boost. There's varying degrees of boost, if you will, or multipliers. So, for example, in the tank boost area, I have 4 different types. I don't know if there's even more than what I have. There could be. But what it shows you is the times that they will multiply the tank XP. So, for example, if I just highlighted this last one in this section, then I could, if I added this booster to this tank, it would multiply the number of tank XP I'm earning until I turn this booster off. So for each game, it's going to use one booster. You can see that I have 302 boosters here, and so it's either I would have to turn it off or it would run through 302 games, which would use one per game, and I would run out of the times 2 boosters. Now, the way I kind of activate this booster is I hit the A button to actually put this on the tank to start earning. It highlights it, and then you will also see it added to the uh, what's it called, the window that flashes in the main garage screen that shows your tank overall stats. It will be added there as well, so you'll be able to see that the booster has been added. In fact, let me tap out of here and go back to that. You can see. Actually, let me pause it so it doesn't scroll on me. But you can see that the times 2 has been added to the first slot, so I know that I have times 2 tank XP on this M5A1 Stuart. I'm going to go back into boosters. Obviously, I don't want to keep that on. And the way to remove it is to just hit the A button again, and it will remove that booster. Now, when you add boosters, there is the ability to auto resupply. And the way that works is if you add a booster to your tank, let me do that again, and then I hit the X button, it will come up and it has a confirmation screen, and it shows you how many of that booster you have left, and it potentially shows the cost if you don't have any. But you can tell it to auto resupply on, or you can say auto resupply off. When you turn it off, it's only going to use this booster one time, and then it goes away. If you leave the auto supply on, then it will keep using a booster every time you run this tank because it's been activated on this tank. All right, so that's how you turn the auto resupply on boosters on and off. And I always leave it on because if I have a booster, I probably am going to run it for several battles, and it's just what I do. But you can determine based on your playstyle and how you want to use your boosters when to put them on the tank and when to take them off. Just so you can see as an example, I'm going to kind of maybe highlight each one in the section so you can see that you can have multiple boosters active on a particular tank at any one point. Um, I'm going to go down to free XP as well and add one for that. So I'm just going to go crazy here and just add another free or another booster for actually silver. So I'll add one for that. And so now you can see that I have one active for each one of these areas. So when I go back to the garage, you can see that all four slots for boosters has been filled. And I know, man, I'm boosting the heck out of this tank, right? So that's how you navigate the booster screen. There's not a lot to it, and that's why I've kind of saved this kind of as one of the last screens I'm doing for kind of basic training, if you will. Um, what I would say, though, is as a tip, in my opinion, I would run your tank XP boosters on tanks that you're trying to, grind up the tech tree and get through those upgrades quickly and get to the next tank and helping you research that next tank is generally the tanks that I would use the boosters for. I would not use the boosters for lower tier tanks. I would use them for more mid to upper tier tanks that take more XP to grind. And so that's just my advice to you when to use your tank XP boosters, I should say. For your commander boosters, if you're working a commander, I wouldn't just turn this on any specific tank. I tend to train crews in certain tanks, and then I move them to a final tank. And so my commander boosters I always use in my special, what I call crew training tanks. And those are usually tanks that have already a boost to the Commander XP. And then when you add the booster, it's just that more a kick in the Commander XP butt that you need. And so I usually only run my Commander XP boosters in my special kind of training tanks when I have commanders loaded into them. But you can use that. You can use them anywhere. This is just my suggestion or opinion on when to use those commander and tank XP. The free XP booster, I would tend to use these on premium tanks because premium tanks tend to already get additional free XP earned, and so it just again is another leg up. If you use those on something that's already getting a boost, then you can really see a significant jump in your free XP by using them there. You can use them on standard tech tree tanks. That's totally fine. But I generally use them on when I'm running my premium tanks. And then silver, similar concept. Find those tanks that are extra silver earners, and that's when I apply the silver boost. As an example, there's all kinds of tanks that have different earn on these different types of experience, but there are tanks that have 75% to silver earn, and so when you run that tank, it might be a good idea to run a silver booster as well, because then you're just raking in the silver, and you can really increase the amount of earn on that particular tank with silver, running it in addition to maybe even a tank that already gets natural boost in silver. Now you can kick it into overdrive with your silver boosters. That's pretty much it. You can either go to the store and purchase additional boosters, or you can purchase certain boosters here, because not all boosters are available to purchase. Some are only earned. Like this ×2 silver boost, you cannot purchase ×2 silver boost here. You can only purchase 1.5 times silver boost here. So if you hit the Y button, it will tell you how much it costs to purchase an additional one here, and you can do that from here without having to go to the store. But that's just a quick shortcut. But just know that you can't purchase all the different boosters that you may have, because they're unique and they may have been given as part of an op, maybe during the season, whatever. They're special, and you just can't buy them. Another good example is, boy, I wish I could buy a ton more ×10 commander boosts. Well, you can't. so so just know that it's sometimes limited in what you can purchase here in the booster screen. All right, I think I've covered what we need to today for boosters. If I've missed something, please let me know in the comments. If you want to see something else covered, please add that to the comments. Give me feedback, always appreciated. Um, if this has been helpful, hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you would. It helps the channel grow, and hit the bell button so you get notification when I post future videos. As always, thank you for your time. I wish you continued success in the World of Tanks, and I hope we're able to help kind of move you along in your ability to grow as a tanker here with the videos that I'm doing. Thanks so much. We'll see you later, and take care.